Today, I'm finally here to talk to you about the player-driven economy that's being released exclusive on Pickled.App. And to my knowledge, it'll be a first of its kind, not only to pickleball, but to all rec sports. This economy is our one shot at making this thing sustainable without having to go down that same path as everybody else. This is an opportunity to create a brand new model. Each purchased Founder's Mystery Pass will be randomly assigned a metal tier on July 1st. And those tiers include Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. As you'd expect, Platinum is the rarest and highest tier. And the higher the tier, the more tokens that are generated. Hi, my name is Ben. I'm the founder and builder of Pickled.App, the best kept secret in pickleball tech. I am more excited about this episode than any we've done so far. I've just got this feeling this is going to be one we look back at and go, yep, that was the turning point. And the reason is because today I'm finally here to talk to you about the player-driven economy that's being released exclusive on Pickled.App. This is something I've been working on for a very long time. And to my knowledge, it'll be a first of its kind, not only to pickleball, but to all rec sports. So far, access and our deepest discounts have been limited to our OG players, sort of as a way of offering a thanks for using the platform all these years. But if you're watching this right now, stick around to find out how you can get early access as well. So today's episode is going to be a much deeper dive into the economy than I've actually released so far to date on Facebook or any other place. I'll be providing additional context and details that have not yet been disclosed. Lots of exclusive intel in today's episode, so stay tuned and watch the whole thing. So the first question might be, what the heck is a player pass and why do I care? Well, it's going to be at the very heart of our economy and your gateway to in-app rewards, access to premium pickleball events, exclusive tournaments, and many other perks and discounts. Now, like I've been mentioning all along, participation in the economy is completely optional. But if you want to earn tokens, compete in special events, or participate in the economy in any way, you're going to need a pass. All right, you heard me mention tokens, so you may be thinking to yourself, what are tokens and what are they used for? What's this all about? Well, tokens are going to be our in-app currency. Again, only for those that are participating in the economy. But for that select group, they'll actually be used as event access or entry fees, as prizes, special unlocks to features, upgrades, swag, and a whole lot more. And all metal tier pass holders can earn tokens daily based on the tier of their pass. The higher the tier, the more tokens you can earn. And these tokens are not going to be just some trivial point system. They've been designed to have intrinsic value and will power the entire economy. So if you're the type of player that maybe likes to spice things up once in a while, increase the stakes a little, or you might appreciate deep discounts or free equipment. I mean, who doesn't want that? You're going to want tokens. And like I said before, you can't use tokens or participate in the economy unless you're holding a player pass. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about the Founder's Mystery Pass, what that's all about, where we're at in the economic release overall. In short, still really early. On June 1st, we began rolling out our first 1,000 Founder's Mystery Passes. Even at the full retail prices, these are all deeply discounted. Limited edition, and all of them are going to be metal tier. But if you're watching this episode and act soon, you won't be paying retail, because an offer's coming up. So I mentioned metal tier. Now the specific metal tier associated with each Founder's Mystery Pass is sort of the mystery part of the Mystery Pass. And this is going to be revealed to all pass holders on July 1st, or after if you happen to buy one after July 1st. But it's really important to know that all Founder's Passes will come with special bonuses and attributes. Many are still secret. And once these passes are gone, they're gone for good. I can't emphasize enough that these passes will offer not only the earliest access, but the highest potential upside in the new player economy. Now, before we get too deep into this, I want to reiterate that the player pass and the economy and all this is completely optional. It's not intended for everybody. It's just really targeted to a subset of our players, kind of the more competitive, to be honest. So if you love Pickled.App the way it is, don't worry, nothing's going to change. But if you do join the economy, you're going to be helping to keep the platform alive and free for everyone else. No ads, no paywall, just pure pickleball passion. Now, as most of you know at this point, I've been building this app for 3 years. And during that time, we've grown steadily and held to our values. We have no investor money, no spammy monetization tricks like you see with many of our competitors. But I'm laying my cards out here. The truth is, this economy is our one shot at making this thing sustainable without having to go down that same path as everybody else. This is an opportunity to create a brand new model. And if it works, we can keep growing and building without compromise. But if it flops, Now, I do have a brief message for the players that have been using this app for years. First, I appreciate you. And over the past 3 years, I feel like I've proven to you that this isn't some fly-by-night operation, that I take your suggestions seriously, and that I'm dedicated to seeing this succeed. But at the risk of offending or scaring some of you off, and I sincerely hope I don't, but I've got to be honest, we've reached a point where I can't continue pouring tens of thousands of dollars out of my retirement, not to mention 60 to 80 hours a week, into this project without at least some support. I'm not going to say Tracy's asking for proof of life of this project, but I'm not going to say she's not. And again, this message is for the players that have been using the app pretty much daily for many years on end. For you, the player pass is a one-time small fee. But for us, it may make the difference between this app continuing to grow or not. So if you've gotten value from this app and you want to see it continue to grow, now would be a great time to show a little bit of love. If you can, please grab a pass. If not, totally cool. But hey, maybe thank somebody in your group who has. All right, enough about that. Now here's a little bit of information that most people, even our OGs, didn't know about Pickled.App. And that's that I actually started designing the economy before I started designing the app. And I say that just to let everybody know that this isn't some afterthought or some cash grab. I mean, after 3 years, it's kind of a terrible cash grab if that's what it was. This is a carefully designed engine, meant to reward participation at every level, and more importantly, sustainable at every level. While I can't reveal all the details about the economy right now, know this. Most rewards are going to go to the players, as it should be. But non-players, like event organizers, sponsors, and other types of participants, are going to have a role in this economy too. Like I said before, this is just the beginning, so buckle up. The Founder's Mystery Pass is just our start. But it is going to unlock some foundational pieces that the economy needs to function at the lowest level. But this thing, it goes deep. We're talking 18 to 24 months of ongoing rollouts, upgrades, and new feature drops. It's layered, it's nuanced, and if it all comes together the way I've planned, it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, here's some additional details about the Founder's Mystery Pass. Each purchased Founder's Mystery Pass will be randomly assigned a metal tier on July 1st. And those tiers include Platinum, Gold, Silver, and Bronze. As you'd expect, Platinum is the rarest and highest tier. And the higher the tier, the more tokens that are generated. But first, let's finish talking about rarity. So of the 1,000 Founders Mystery Passes that are going to be released in this first phase of the economy, only 50 of them are going to be of the Platinum tier. So that's 5%. There'll be 100 Gold Passes, which is 10%. There'll be 250 Silver Passes, so 25%. And 600 Bronze, so 60%. Now, if you do get one of those Bronze Passes, don't be disappointed, because all Metal Tier Passes will be valuable. So it's still a bit of a mystery now, but on July 1, all Player Pass holders will reveal their tier. Okay, this is not a shameless puppy plug. He's been very behaved while I've been trying to film this, but he's ran out of patience. He needs a little dad time. Don't bite. Don't bite. Oh my God, look at what is all over your mouth. Ah, puppy life. Okay, now let's talk about token generation rates, and this is also a first reveal. For the first time, here's the official token generation rate for each tier. Starting with the Bronze, which will have a base token generation rate of 10 tokens per day. Then we move up to the Silver tier, which has a base token generation rate of 20 tokens per day. Some of you might notice a trend. Now we move up to the Gold, which has a base generation rate of 30 tokens per day. But wait, there's a bonus with the Platinum, because the Platinum has a base token generation rate of 50 tokens per day. Now, as a quick side note, and I'm not always going to be this obvious, but some of you may have picked up on the fact that I used base token generation rate. Is that a hint at something to come? We'll have to see. So now a little bit more on what the tokens can be used for. Unlike other apps, our tokens aren't just for show. They're going to have real utility for things inside the app. For example, entry fees for exclusive events. They'll be awarded as prizes for top finishers in those events. Now this part's going to be a little bit down the road, but eventually they'll also be redeemable for things like paddles, water bottles, gear, swag, and a lot more. Also, they'll be transferable to other Player Pass holders. And that's just the start. Really, truly, just the tip of the iceberg. As the economy grows, so too will the use cases. Alright, so now let's just talk a bit more about the rollout, which is actually already underway. Phase 1 started June 1st and ended June 7th. And during that time, we kicked things off by offering the most active 100 players access for just 99 cents. Yep, you heard that right. That's like 90% off the retail. Sort of our way of saying thanks to the OGs for using the system as long as they have been. Now, if you were in this group and missed out, which actually I'm sorry to say the vast majority did, future you is going to be annoyed. But that's okay, there's still opportunities. Now, Phase 2 started last Sunday, June 8th, and will continue through this Saturday at 11:59:59 UTC. And this time another round of invites went out, another 100 most active players, plus all of those that commented on our Facebook posts in our private group. The price for them is just $4.99. That's actually 50% off the retail price. But the offer expires this Saturday at midnight UTC. However, if you're watching this before Saturday, June 14th at 11:59:59 UTC, now's your shot to get into Phase 2 and grab that same price. All you have to do is register for Pickled.App, which is free, link below. Then join our private Facebook group and make a comment on this post with your brand new player tag. And that's it. Typically within a few hours of making that post, you'll see the gold button activated within your player profile, which we'll be going through here in just a minute. Once you see that golden button, you want to make the purchase before the timer expires and the price goes up. Now, if you happen to miss, that's okay, because there's still Phase 3, which starts Sunday, June 15th, and continues through Saturday, June 21st. During Phase 3, we'll be adding 500 new players, but the price goes up to $7.99, which is still a 20% discount off the retail. And yes, if you were invited in Phase 1 or 2 and missed out, you're absolutely invited into Phase 3. You'll still have the golden button. So if you like waiting for higher prices, that's fine. And finally, Phase 4 will begin on June 22nd and will continue until all 1,000 player passes are sold. And at that time, remaining passes will be available to any registered player. And sales will continue until we hit the 1,000 pass cap. The price will be $9.99, and once these are gone, they're gone for good. If you want to pass after that, you'll have to wait till the next series, which will also be limited, and the minimum entry price, I'm sorry to say, will double. So seriously, you probably don't want to sleep on this. Grab a pass while the prices are low. Now, as an aside, you may notice that there's a pattern to our approach. And here's the takeaway. Early adopters are rewarded. High engagement is rewarded. And this isn't a one-time deal. This is the philosophy of the company. So sticking to that theme, here's an Easter egg bit of intel for those still watching. You'll know to tune in next week when we'll be making a very special announcement regarding a token bonus that will be awarded to all player passes Phase 1 through 4 who purchase before June 30th. It'll be by far more significant for those who purchase the passes in Phase 1 or Phase 2, which Phase 2 is still going on right now. But please don't tell anyone. Consider it your bonus for being engaged. Okay, now I'd like to just quickly overview exactly how to get your pass, because some of you I don't think maybe have ever used the app, and so I'm just going to quick nav, here's how to buy the pass. I'm not going to cover registration, so Step 1, get registered. Then Step 2, log into Pickled.App, tap your player profile, scroll all the way down to where you see the player pass section. If the button's grayed out or inactive, that means you haven't been selected yet. If it's golden, congrats. You're invited to purchase a pass. And if it's grayed out or not clickable, then you've got two options. Either rewind this video and learn how to qualify today, or wait until June 22nd and pay full price. All right, I know this was, I think, our longest episode, but that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the entire episode. Now, we're a new channel, so please like and subscribe and do all the things with the comments. Definitely, if you have questions about the economy, comment here on YouTube, or you can comment in our private Facebook group. Either one is fine. Now, once again, thanks. And as always, what are you still doing here? Go play pickleball!